Okay, so just standing with your feet hip distance apart and take your hands to your lower ribs. Let's just take a few breaths here to get us tuned into the practice we're going to do this morning. So just breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So you're feeling that breath into the ribs, so it's a deep and wide breath, a lateral thoracic breath. And then just start to tap those feet, okay? And we'll just do a little bit of sweeping those arms around. Tapping the feet at the same time and change direction with those arms. Breathe, nice deep and wide breaths. Now bring the knees up to the opposite hand, okay? So you're just working into the hips there. Okay, and then hands on hips and kick your heels up towards the back. And then if you want to add some arms to that, you can bring those arms across the chest. And open up the chest and the shoulders. Whilst kicking the heels up at the same time, maybe. And then step it out. Nice and wide, or just as wide as feels good for you. Okay, and then just gently go side to side. Keeping the chest lifted, keeping the belly drawn in. Start to increase the range. And if it feels okay, start to reach. And then the back hand's reaching away. So either do this or keep the hands on the knees. So just adding a little bit more range. Hamstrings, adductors, middle spine, shoulders. And then come back to the center and tuck the toes in and track the hands down and just gently get a forward bend there, wide leg, stretch, and just breathe and then roll it up and turn one foot and bend that knee and sweep one arm up and round. So just opening up into the shoulder girdle there, whilst maintaining that stretch, side angle stretch, change direction with your arm. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And sweep that hand to the floor, bring the back heel up, dropping the knee where you need to or would like to. And then the leg that's forwards, that same hand's going up, and we rotate and breathe. And then we're going to come up and we're going to turn to the other side, bend the knee, rest the arm down, sweep the other arm around. And just breathe. So just loosening off through the shoulder girdle, changing direction. And then bring that hand down to the floor, back heel comes up, knee can come down, same leg, same arm, up. And push the floor away. And breathe, come round to the center. Okay, just come up and take some breath there. Okay, so just challenge your balance for a moment, bringing your right knee up, take the arms up, hold that position. And then come back down. And then reach up with the other leg. Press the floor away. And then back down. And then once again, reach up. Take the hand to the knee. Draw the leg out. Reach away with the other arm. Try looking to that outstretched hand. And then return. And then reach up with the other leg. Knee fold. Take the hand to the knee. Draw the leg out, stretch the arm out, maybe look to that outstretched hand, and breathe, and release. A little bit more balance, feet hip distance apart, hinge from the hips, sweep one leg back, And take the hands down towards the floor. Coming back up. And then switching legs. Sweep back, core switched on. Reaching down towards the floor, nice and slow. Once again, this time take the arms out to the side with the flying action. Maybe soften the front knee. Back leg lifted or foot on the floor. Come back. Same again. Reach to the side with those arms. Keep the core switched on. Keep breathing. Coming back. This time sweep the arms forwards. Reach the leg back, either to the floor or not. Come back. We'll do one more to the other side. Reach forwards with the arms. Send the leg back, either to the floor with the foot or lift the leg. Breathe. Bring those feet hip distance apart. Nod your chin to your chest. Roll down through your spine, from your neck, from your shoulders, from your upper back, through your middle spine. And just feel that stretch. Now bend the knees, sweep the hands up, and then come up. Take the hands back down by your sides. Chin to chest, roll down through your spine. Scoop your belly in. Try not to let the hips stick out. Once again, bend the knees, sweep the hands up into squat. And reach up, inhale. And exhale, hands down by your sides. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, roll it down. And then this time as we go to squat, reaching the hands out, just pulse those hips. If that feels okay, only as deep as feels okay. Otherwise, just come straight up. 3, 2, 1, reaching up. In breath, and then exhale, roll it down straight away. And once again, and into that pulsing squat, if that feels okay. Pull belly and lift the chest, send the hips away. Breathe, deep as you can there. Rising up, take a nice deep in breath. Sweep the hands, chin to chest, roll it down. Every time, get a little bit more range. One last time, bend the knees and pulse. Breathe. Hips back, chest lifted, belly drawn in, arms out reaching. And then rise up. And exhale, roll it down. Once you're down there, take your feet out wider. Okay, pull the belly in. Walk the hands out a little bit. See how deep you can go into that forward bend, legs straight if you can. If that's too much, obviously bend the knees. Take your right hand to the outside of this left leg. And take your left hand up. Try to keep both legs as straight as you can. Breathing. And then switch. Left hand to right leg. And reach it up. And breathe. And then release. Come to the front, step one foot back, step the other back, and then lift the hips high and come to downward dog with the hands, shoulder distance, the feet hip distance. Pedal your heels up and down, draw your abdominals deep in. Breathe. Shift your weight forwards to a high plank, dropping knees or one knee down where you need. Breathe. From here, side plank, drop a knee where you need. Reach the arm up. You want this to be harder, stack your feet. Keep the lower waist lifted, the belly strong. Come back, switch sides. So again, we can go 1 foot forwards, 1 foot back. We can drop a knee or we could stack the feet. Come back, push back to down dog. Draw the belly in, bring the knees down. Stretch your back, child's posture, hips away. And take some breath there. Come back to hands under shoulders, knees under hips. From here, just send your right leg back and then sweep it out to the side and back to the center. So just a leg circle here, working into the hips. Keep the body still. Breathe at the center, inhale, exhale away. Inhale at the center. As we come round the side, really try to lift the knee up. Trying to get that full range, extending the leg out, tucking in. Breathe. And then last one. And take a stretch back again, child's posture. Take some breath. From your child's posture, take your hands wide. Take the weight forwards, come down to a press up, come back to child's posture. Forwards to press up, head well forwards with the hands. Keep the head lifted. Back to child's posture, pull the belly in. Remember, we can do this with a little bit more work. When we come onto the toes, then you can do a full press up. You come back to your pouncing position and then press up. So find that range for you, either child's posture and then into press up on the knees, or come back to that pouncing position. And last one, and stretch it back. So a little bit of work there for strength and endurance into the chest and shoulders and back to the arms. So come back to hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Throw the abdominals in. Take an in breath, and on the out breath, send the leg away, up to the side, back and right. So full range of movement and full breath. Breathing in the center, lift the knee up, round to the side. Stretch it out to the back. Open up those hips. Keep the body as still as you can. Breathe. Last one. And stretch it back. If you prefer, you can always go down dog if you want a little bit more work. Come up to high kneeling. Send the right foot forwards. Drop the hips down. Breathe. Take the left hand down opposite that right foot. Shuffle the right foot out slightly. Press against the inside of that leg and just open up the hips a little bit more. And breathe. Come back, straighten out through your front leg. Draw the front leg center. And then just gradually see if we can just slide that heel away a little bit. Okay. And then just draw the chest down. Take the hands down the leg. And if you can, you could take the hands to the floor. If you've got them on the floor, you could start to slide a little bit further with his heel. If your mat allows it. Otherwise, maybe the foot off the mat. See how far you can slide if that's happening for you. Obviously, using your hands for support. And then, as well as the hamstrings, we're really working into those inner thigh muscles. And then release. You're going to bring that foot back under control. Take the knees wide into child's posture. And breathe. Come up once again to high kneeling and step the left leg forward. Okay, sink down in the hips. Take the right hand to the outside of the mat. Take the hand to the left knee and just let that foot roll out. So again, just a bit of a hip opener there. And then bring that foot back and then send the weight back. Bring the foot towards the center of the mat and try a forward bend there. So hamstring and back. Maybe hands, leg, maybe that's enough, maybe floor. And if you can go further, you start to slide that heel. Okay, and gradually maybe take the hands further, giving yourself support. And breathe. As I say, it's easier once the foot is off the mat, maybe, but you've got to be under control. And we see how far we can go with that stretch. And then release. So you have to go to get that foot back. All right, take some breath. Child's posture once again. And then come to hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Take your right arm and your left leg, reach those away, take an in-breath, and then sweep, and then tuck. Reach away, inhale, and then sweep and tuck. Inhale away, exhale, sweep and tuck. So if it's too much, if you're wobbling around too much, then just place the hand on the floor and do the leg action only. Keep the body as still as you can. In breath away, exhale, tuck, and you reach that arm away. And then release. Take a breath, pull the belly in, take the left arm and the right leg away. Inhale, and then tuck. Keep that body nice and still. Try and get as much range as you can. Send the fingertips away from the toes on the in-breath. Bring the knee, bring the hand back on the out-breath. So I'm sweeping that hand behind. Again, if it feels too much, place the hand on the floor. Kick the leg back and tuck in only. And last one. And either child's posture or downward facing dog. Take some breath. And then come back to hands under your shoulders and knees under your hips. Okay, arms nice and strong. From here, we're going to send that tailbone away and arch the spine into this cow stretch and tuck the tailbone around the back into cat. And again, tailbone away. And then tailbone tucks. So just working between this deep cat and the deep cow stretch. As you go into that cat, you're really pulling that spine up, pulling the belly in, sending the spine up and opening up through the upper back. We'll do one more. When you come to your cat, just hold that position, scoop the belly in, and then roll up to high kneeling and place your hands to your lumbar spine. Okay. So you've got your knees under your hips, you've got your thighs strong. What we're going to do, just take it into a little bit of a back bend here. So push the hips forward, see how that feels for you. Keep the thighs on, keep the abs on. Drop the head back if that feels good. Otherwise, keep the chin tucked. Keep breathing. And release. Bring those hands back down again. And then from here, take your right leg back. Okay, and take your left hand and thread it through the exhale. And then inhale, sweep it up. If you want more, lift your back leg as you thread. Lower it and reach up. Exhale, thread, lifting the back leg if you like. Inhale as you reach up. So you follow the hand. You take the movement slow and controlled, working through those deep postural muscles, pelvic floor, deep abdominals to maintain that stability. If it's too much, you keep the foot on the floor. And last one. And then release. Take some breath. Take the hands off the floor. Take the hands to the hips once again. Keep the thighs strong. Engage pelvic floor, deep abs. Push the hips forwards. Take the head back if it feels good. Breathe. Feel that stretch through the front of your body. And working into those back extensor muscles. And then release. Come back to hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Take your left foot back. Okay, draw your belly in, sweep through on the out breath. Right arm, in breath. Follow the hand up. Lift the leg if you want. As you thread through, lower it as you reach up. Trying to get as much range as you can with as much stability. Breathe, exhale through, and inhale up. Back leg staying on the floor where you prefer. Follow the hand on the out breath through, follow it up on the in breath up. And last one. And take a stretch back into child's posture. And breathe. When you're ready, come up to your high kneeling position. Knees under the hips, take the hands to the hips. Pelvic floor deep abs, thighs on, push the hips forwards. Into that back bend again, head back if it feels good, otherwise chin tucked. If you're not liking it at all, you can just stay up and not do the back bend and just take a little bit of a thigh stretch. Breathe, release, take those knees a little bit wider, child's posture. And breathe. Whilst you're in your child's posture, walk your hands round, take a stretch down through the side of your spine, and then switch. And then come to rest down on your fronts. And just bring your hands under your shoulders with your elbows tucked in. Send your toes away, and then start to lift your head and look up. Lift your chest. Press the hands and see in this first cobra if we've got a little bit more range after doing those camel postures. Breathe, keep the hips down, keep the breastbone sending forwards. Roll it down. Try that again. So your nose and your chin and then your chest, and then we lift. So try to create that space between your ears and your shoulders, not hunching up through your spine. Through your shoulders, coming back, and breathe. This time lift the hands up. Now look up, squeeze the shoulder blades, so retract, and then place the hands and then lift. And then release, and then we're going to stretch those arms out to the side and turn the head to the right. And just take some breath, pull your abdominals in there, keep your thighs on, and then see if we can hover those arms and legs off the floor. And then we're going to bend the elbows, we're going to press out on the out breath, and in breath to come back. Press out on the out breath, in breath coming back. Keep the elbows high, keep the belly strong. You want to add a little bit more, start a leg kick. Keep the belly drawn in. Keep those elbows high. Neck is long, try not to strain the neck. Then reach those arms all the way forwards. Sweep them all the way back. And then interlace the fingers, legs are staying steady now. Lift the chest. And breathe. And release. Hands down, heels out. Roll the hips side to side. Kick the right heel up, reach for that foot. Draw the knees in. On your side where you prefer. Hips down or hips pushing forwards. Stretch the front thigh. And then switch legs. Draw the left heel up. And breathe. Keep the hips down, really pull up. Really try to work that heel up. Remember on your side where you need. So if you can, you're going to kick both feet up. You can do this on your side as well. Or you can just do one at a time. Lift the chest. Try pressing your feet into your hands as you pull on your feet. Maybe working your hands further down. Maybe they're going to work down the legs. Keep lifting. Keep breathing. Sending the feet away. Maybe rocking and rolling. Get that range. And then release. And come back, child's posture. And take some breath. So deep and wide breaths into your back. Release your back in your child's posture. And then come around to a sitting position. Okay. And just have those feet hip distance apart. And breathe. Reach your arms out or take your hands behind your knees. As if you're getting your middle spine pulled, roll it back. And then roll it up and lift the arms up, inhale. And then roll it back. So remember, hands behind knees where you need, lift the chest in, they can stay there. Inhale, lift. And roll back. Really hollow it out through your center. Lift the arms, roll it back. In breath, chest lifts. Exhale, roll it back. Hands behind knees where you need. One more. And then as you come up, straighten your legs out. Reach your arms out, tuck your chin, roll down through your spine, reach for your legs or your feet, and pull. And breathe. From here, we're going to slowly roll it back, trying to keep the legs straight this time. Hands behind knees where you need. Reach up and over. Bring the hands level with the shoulders, nod the chin through to the chest, scoop the belly in, imprint the spine, roll it up as slow as you can, and then reach. 2, 3, roll it back, scoop the belly in, focus on the roll back, thighs are on, and reach it up and over. Hands level with shoulders, scoop your belly in, tuck your tailbone, so tilting through the pelvis to work your way through. Remember to take the hands behind the knees where you need. You can pulse 3 times on the way up as you get up there. You roll it back, keep those thighs on. In, breath up and over, pull the abdominals in, tuck the tailbone, roll it up, and reach. 2, 3, so it's nice and slow and controlled in this roll back and roll up. Focus on your roll back, really work into that, because we know the roll up is the tougher part. Last one, and stretch. 2, 3, come up to sitting and just draw this right heel in as tight as you can towards your sit bone. Sit nice and tall and take your left arm and wrap it around this right leg and take your right hand behind and just take a twist here and try to draw your chest round and breathe. If you want a little bit more work, you take this left arm and you press it on the outside of your right leg. And you add a little bit more rotation there. Keep breathing. And release. Let's try the other side whilst we're here. So the left leg's coming in tight. Sit tall, send the right foot away, and then hug that leg with your right arm, twist to the right and draw your chest round. Work the chest round as much as you can. If you want a little bit more, press against the outside of this left leg. So getting a good bit of rotation here, and then release. Come back down to the floor, tuck the chin in, place the hands on the floor. Okay, your feet are hip distance apart. So take your first 2 fingers on hip bones, thumbs under. In breath, arch your spine, exhale, imprint your spine. Go through your pelvic tilt just to reset. Keep the knees steady. Place the hands on the floor, in breath, arch, exhale, imprint, peel up. Lift the hips. And then from here, we're going to Scoop the belly in and roll back down, keeping the knees steady. Once you're down, take an in-breath and arch again. Exhale, imprint the spine, peel up, lifting up from the tailbone all the way up through to the shoulders. And the same on the way down, scoop the belly in, roll it back down, all the way down through the spine, back down through to your sacrum. In-breath at the bottom, exhale, imprint, peel up, lift, and scoop the belly and roll it back down. And then let's do one more of those. And next time we come up, we're going to hold it up there. And we're going to lift the hips and we're going to sweep the arms up and over, pulling the belly in, trying not to flare up through the ribs. And then bring the hands down on the out breath, but keep the hips lifted. If it's too much, hips on the floor. Draw your belly deep in here, engage pelvic floor, and that'll just help to maintain that steadiness in the spine and the ribs. And breath up and over. Exhale, coming down. From this position, once you're down, bring the hands down to keep the hips lifted. Bring the heels in a little tighter so you can lift those hips a little bit stronger. Thighs are on. Take your right leg to knee fold and just tap the toe down. Bring the knee to level with the hip. On the in-breath and exhale, tap. Keep lifted in that left hip, left side of the hip. And then place that foot down. Take a breather where you need, otherwise reset, lift the hips. Take the left leg up to knee fold, keep the right side of the hips up as we tap. So in breath, knee fold, exhale, tap. Keep the body steady by pulling everything deep in. And then place the foot down. You can come down or you can stay up, resetting. Keep lifted, okay, if you can. Inner thighs working strongly, thighs working. And lifting the hips. Right leg to knee fold. So you're either going to go that again or we're going to lift the leg up. And then we're going to take the heel down and the toe up. So up to you, either your toe tap continuing or the leg raise. You breathe in with the toes lifting. You breathe out with the heel coming down. Just level with the other leg. If it's all getting too much, you're not liking this on your back, then you can just lower hips to the floor and do the same action. Try to keep resetting through that left hip, left side of the hip, and then lower the leg. Take a breather where you need. If not, keep lifted, abs pulled in, body steady, strong line from knees, hips, shoulders. Left leg knee fold, toe tap if you like, reach up with the toe, heel down, exhale. Abs pulled in. Thighs on. Right leg stays steady. Stay with that breath. And one more. And then come down and hug your knees in. Curl your head up. Tuck it in tight. Reach your hands down towards your feet. Take an in-breath and reach those legs and arms away. Sweep round, exhale, tuck, get hold. In-breath, away. Exhale, tuck. In-breath, away. Exhale, tuck. So you run this double leg stretch. It's feeling too much, take the hands behind the head, just do the legs, or you could do single legs, okay? Remember, inhale away, scoop the belly, exhale, tuck. Inhale away, exhale, tuck. Next time you take the arms and legs away, See if you can hold it and breathe. Pull the abdominals deep, reach the arms away. And then hug in and circle the knees round and take the head side to side. Changing direction with the legs. Release the neck. Curl the head up again. Hands behind the head and sweep the legs up. Bring the toes towards you and decide whether you're going to do a single leg raise or a double leg raise. So either both legs down, toes coming back, or one at a time. Remember, you're going to do an in-breath down and an exhale up. Abs pulled in deep. Either do a single. You could also do a combo, a little single, followed by a double. Up to you. It's all too much. Bend the knees. Toe tap. 3, 2, 1. And knees in again and circling around. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Changing direction with those knees. Breathe. Okay, curl yourself up again. Tuck in tight. Stretch your left leg long. Draw your right leg up. Legs as straight as you can. Reach up with the right hands, the hands to the back of the leg. Pull in, change. Breathe, pull in, inhale, exhale. Hamstring pull. So try and get the most out of your body. Yeah, legs as straight as you can. Obviously bend the knees where you need. Get the hands lower down. Keep curled up, tucked in. Breathe. Long in breath as we switch the legs. Sharp out breath. Drawing the knees in. Three, 2, 1. Hug those knees in. Reach the arms out. Take the knees to the right. Look to the left. Breathe. Come back to the center. Switch. Coming back to the center. Place the feet on the floor. Take the right foot on top of the left thigh. Draw that right foot up. Okay, press against the inside of that right leg. Lift the left leg off the floor. Reach through the window of your leg. The right hand either for behind the knee or to the shin. And pull up, heads up or down. For a hip opening stretch. Breathe. And then release. Place both feet down. Take your left foot, top of your right thigh. Draw up if you can towards the crease of your right hip. Press against the inside of that left knee initially. Reach through the window of that left leg. Hands underneath the knee or below the knee to the shin. And pull up. Find that edge for you, really working to pull in and stretch across the hip joint there. Heads up or down, whatever's working for your body. Keep breathing. We're trying to find that edge, really trying to open up and release. Take the head back and once again, maybe release the neck. Now stretch the legs out, stretch the arms out. Take a big stretch there and breathe. Sweep the hands down to your sides, bring your feet in, keep your feet together, keep your knees together. Now just let the knees drop apart gently. If that's comfortable, stick with that. If you don't like that, then you could just hug your knees to your chest. Okay, you can place your hands to your thighs or your belly and just breathe. Just get a little bit of recovery whilst at the same time stretching out through adductors, inner thighs. So bring those feet back, hip distance. Take your right leg and just cross that thigh over your left thigh, yeah? Now lift the legs off the floor, take the arms out to the side, take your legs to the right. Look to the left. Try to keep the arms down. And then place the feet back down and take your left leg over your right thigh. Lift the legs up, go to your left, look to your right. Keep breathing, keep the arms down, and then release and hug the knees in and roll yourself up. Come round, take your hands through to the front of the mat, tuck your toes, lift your hips into downward dog. Pull the belly in, pedal the heels up and down. Push the floor away. Open up those shoulders. And then walk your hands to your feet. Tuck your head in. And then roll it up, restacking. Slowly, slowly, slowly coming up. Okay, so let's take one arm up. Take a big stretch up with that. The other hand down the leg and take a side bend on the out breath. And then reach it up with the other arm, and then a side bend. And then sweep the hands behind and interlace your fingers. Stretch those arms away from your body and turn the head one side and the other. And then chin through to chest, to one shoulder, and again. Bring the hands forwards, interlace the fingers, separate the shoulder blades. Take those hands behind your head, okay, and take a gentle twist, and twist. And then loosen it off, shake it out. Okay, that's it.